Good afternoon, everyone. This is your crude oil analysis for the week of October 10th, 2016. So we just completed the trading week for the week of October 3rd, and you can click here inside of the post, or you can already have it opened here, and you can take a read of what we were expecting in this coming week and versus how we actually fared. But again, the big theme for the week was the OPEC production freeze. There was the news on the 26th. In that meeting is actually the 28th when the news came out that there would be a production freeze. And this week, the market rallied nearly 15% on this idea that, or hopes rather, that this production freeze, which will be implemented, supposedly the details of which will be implemented in their November OPEC meeting. You could see here from this chart that the market, this was Monday, and you could see that the market, this was the start of the week here, had a rally, a little bit of a dip, but the market really rallied for the most part. This is a 15-minute chart, and you can see that we did have some sell-off into Friday's session. Now, these green lines here that you see on the chart, these represent the levels that we had here on the week of October 3rd. So that's the first band is 49.88 to 50.15, and then 50.77 to 50.51. Those are the bands that you see here. So as we were heading into the week, this spike right here, this is the crude oil inventory report. We rallied into that number, sold off, came back up through the zone, hit the bottom of the zone, came back. And again, you can see that these levels provide you with good structure as you're heading into the trading week. The way that you would use these levels and this information is you would find zones where you would expect price action to stall or to find resistance or support in some cases, like here. Then you would look for smaller time frames to sharpen the pencil for your entries. But these levels here are provided for you each week. At the bottom of these trade plans are these, at the bottom of these weekly analysis, and this week we will have some levels for you at the bottom here as well. If you take a look here at the daily structure chart, you can see that since we made this bottom back here in early February, that oil has been on a fairly significant climb. In fact, the low down here was the mid-26, and we rallied all the way into, I believe today's high on Friday was 50.74. Now, we did have a little bit of profit taking going on this week. We also had the closely watched Baker Hughes rig count report that showed that the rigs increased again for the 14th of the past 15 weeks. So again, more oil production coming online, leading to a little bit of bearish news here, and we did have a sell-off. Now, if you come back here and you look at this horizontal line here that we have drawn on the chart, right here around mid-June, you had this peak rally. You look back into 2015, early 2015, you can see that that was an important line of support and resistance, and that's kind of where we came up into today. Again, you come into bands or zones, and this is just one line, but usually there are bands or zones around these lines that you would find for resistance or, in some cases, support. Now, you can see here that if you draw this trend line here, pretty aggressive trend line up, we come back, if you were to just draw a line straight across where the market began to break down, you can see that we've rallied above that. And again, you have another trend line developing, and then you have this accelerated move into this week. If you take a little bit deeper look into it on your 60-minute chart, if you come back here into April, you had this rally up here into mid-June. Then you came back down again, and you had the 78.6 retracement. We like to look at retracement levels in here. And this, if you measure from this swing high, low to this swing high, right into the 78.6, that began the next wave of this move up. And then, of course, you had this move down into now what is the trend line here. And we've got the rally into that blue line. This is that same blue line that I showed you on the 60-minute chart, on the daily chart. This is on the 4-hour chart. Now, what you could expect here, you are overbought here on this RSI on your 4-hour chart, and the market has since sold off underneath it. You could look for a potential pullback into this 50% retracement level all the way down into this area between the 61.8 and the 78.6. These are possible areas of retracement back into if this is going to continue to the top side. If you just take a look back here at this chart, there is a significant zone here between the $56 handle and the $62 handle that we got back into. This was back into early to mid-May of 2015. That will be another significant area of resistance if we end up making it down, or correction if we end up breaking this level and going back up and continuing that rally. This will be an area that you'll find some significant resistance on that move back up. Just looking really quickly here at your momentum chart, you have your DMI. I've separated these two out. This is a positive DI. This is a negative DI. Once the positive DI crosses over and is climbing away from that negative DI, that shows that the bulls are in charge. And then once you get across here on your daily chart at or above 20, that means that the momentum is rising, and you can see just by the angle and nature of this ADX that the momentum is rising. This is a series of moving averages here as well, and we have crossed over all of those, and are, with the exception of this one red bar, which was Friday, you can see that we are on an accelerated move to the top side. So again, in summary, again, we're looking for this market to be bullish as we head into this week. There'll be a significant line of resistance around 52 to 52.50. We'll be watching for that this week. And here are your levels for the upcoming week. You can plot those on your daily chart and watch to see how those perform as the week progresses. So again, as always, I want to say thank you for spending time watching the videos here at the Oil Trading Group. And until next time, I want to wish you good luck and good trading.